Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion. First topic is NATO growing shadow over the Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific is turning out to be okay. So the Asia Pacific turning out to be a major theater for the big power rivalry. China's statement on the NATO allies alliances. China Defense Ministry recently at the Shangri-La diagram stated that forging NATO-like alliance could plunge the region into a whirlpool of disputes and conflicts. According to him, today the Asia Pacific needs open and inclusive cooperation, not budding off into small cliques. China was targeting the Australia, UK, and USA AUKUS security pact as well as the Quad, which India is a member along with Australia, Japan, and USA in the Asia Pacific because to counter Chinese influence. So, okay, so India, in cooperation with like-minded democracies like Australia, UK, and USA, has built the of the AUKUS. Okay, so that Quad and also UK, USA, and Australia also. India is not a member. They form the AUKUS. So where America and England provide the latest submarine technology to Australia. Fine. NATO expansion in the Asia Pacific region. NATO plus. This statement comes also come in the wake of the US House Select Committee recommending the inclusion of India in NATO plus, a security guarantee that currently includes NATO and five allied nations: Australia, New Zealand, South Korea, Japan, and Israel. And US House has recently offered this post to add India into this particular alliance. Okay. NATO alliance office in Japan. What is going to be the first of its kind in the Asia Pacific region, the Indo-Pacific in American lingo. A NATO license office will open in Tokyo next year. Recently, Britain and Japan signed a new strategic partnership and agreed to deepen collaboration between NATO and Tokyo. During the Shangri-La summit, the British Defense Secretary said having such an office in Japan is the interest of NATO. Okay, because opening an office of NATO in Japan will be an that entry of NATO to Asia Pacific. Okay. In the Shangri-La summit, the British Defense Secretary said having such an office in Japan is the interest of NATO. NATO's partnership in the Asia Pacific region. In addition, NATO plans to further strengthen collaboration with its four major partners in the Asia Pacific region: Australia, Japan, New Zealand, and South Korea. The alliance will formulate an individually tailored partnership program with all four countries and upgrade to have form a partnership. Okay, because this will definitely strengthen the defense relationship of these Asian countries with NATO. Quad as a NATO-like alliance. The recent report argued that Quad needs more muscle to live up to its potential, and for that, the group should focus on security agenda, especially maritime security, serve as a deterrent to China. The purpose is to make the Quad capable of providing mutual support in crisis or conflict situation, even if its members are not aligned on policy or directly involved in combined operations. China's dominance in the region. Okay. So, Chinese supremacy, Beijing has territorial disputes with Japan, Indonesia, Brunei, Malaysia, and Philippines, and Vietnam. Okay. So, Japan, that Beijing or China has dispute. Okay. So, Beijing has territorial dispute with Japan, with the Senkaku Island, Indonesia, Brunei, Malaysia, Philippines, and Vietnam. Okay. India is in a permanent border friend of China, having fought a full-scale war in 1962 and been embroiled in several territorial disputes over the years, and even right now being the Chinese army and the Indian army are in the largest standoff. Okay, dominance display, growing Chinese muscularity in the Shanghai CSC. Okay, visible in the following ways. Okay, so growing Chinese muscularity in the CSC is visible in the following ways: increased patrolling and live firing exercise by the Chinese naval vessels. Renaming of the CS feature are building of runway, bunkers, and habitation of possible long-term stationing of personnel on the atolls claimed by China. Chinese exploration and drilling vessels compete aggressively with those of other littoral countries in the disputed waters. China's main maritime law for the South China Sea. In a bid to regulate foreign ships, China notified new maritime rules warranting vessels to report that information while passing through what China Sea as its territorial water. Operator of submersibles, nuclear vessels, ship carrying the radioactive materials, and ship carrying bulk oil, chemicals, liquefied gas, and other toxic and harmful substances are required to report the detailed information upon their visit to Chinese territorial water. Indian position: India's refusal for NATO plus, according to the select committee. Okay, according to the select committee, including India in NATO plus would build upon. Okay, okay. Select committee, including India into NATO plus, would build upon US and India's close partnership to strengthen global security and deter the aggression of the see Chinese Communist parties across the global Pacific region. Okay, so winning the strategic competition with the Chinese Communist Party and ensuring the security of Taiwan demand the United States strengthen tie to our allies and security partners, including India, says the report. Fine. So, winning the strategic competition with the Chinese Communist Party and ensuring the security of Taiwan demands the United States strengthen ties to our allies and security partners, including India, said the report. India as a defense for Taiwan. Interestingly, India is being called up to the defense of Taiwan, with which New Delhi has no formal diplomatic relations. Nor does Taiwan appear anywhere in India's defense calculation. Refusal: India has, however, brushed aside the idea with the External Affairs Minister saying that the NATO templates doesn't apply to India. Indian strategic autonomy: a NATO overarch to the Asia Pacific will pose a major challenge. Okay, so then Quad limited role. Although accused by Beijing of being an anti-China coalition, the Quad has had to refrain from defending cooperation in the security realm. It has limited itself to contribute to global health as a provider of vaccine, working on climate change, building infrastructure, and cooperation in space. So Quad has been created an alliance of democracy. So all the members are democratic country and they want to promote democracy, and while promoting democracy, they venture to promoting climate change, building infrastructure, and cooperating in space along with the healthcare facility. India balancing that, having moved on from its traditional non-alignment, New Delhi now boasts of multi-alignment as its new foreign policy mantra. So far, India has done an impressive job of maintaining its balancing act. Although an extended war over Ukraine may lead to India and Asia Pacific nations to bear the brunt of increasing deep power rivalry in the region. Fine. India is out in a balancing act. Then the next topic is about the draft livestock and livestock product bill. The Indian government has withdrawn the proposed draft of the livestock and livestock product bill 2023. The bill is meant to replace the Livestock Importation Act 1898 and the Livestock Amendment Act 2001. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, which comes under the Ministry of Fishery, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, prepared a draft of the Livestock and Livestock Product Importation and Exportation Bill 2023. It frames guidelines for the import and export of live animals, which has raised concern among. Okay, so among the animal lovers. Okay, okay. Select features of the bill. What are the features of this particular bill? Okay, so the bill of different form. The bill is different from the existing law in three key aspects. It allows export of live animals. It widens the scope of animal import. Okay, import export including cat and dog among livestock, and take away some powers of state government to regulate this area. Okay, so these are exported, imported. Fine. Regulations of the livestock export. The earlier law regulates only importation of livestock, while the proposed draft bill has provision to regulate livestock export also. Earlier, it was only the concern was about import, but right now, so export has been added to this trading in livestock. Okay, expand definition of livestock. It proposed the draft livestock and livestock product importation exportation bill 2023 has expanded the definition of livestock to include feline and canine as well. Okay, means cat and dogs. Livestock and livestock products as commodity. Okay, so besides the center has defined the livestock and livestock product as commodity in the proposed draft bill. Fine. So they are treated as commodities. Need of the law. The present law that regulate import of livestock is 125 years old. The livestock importation. Okay, okay, the Livestock Importation Act 1898 being the pre-constitutional, pre-independent central act, a need has been felt to align it with the contemporary requirement and prevailing circumstances related to sanitary and phytosanitary measures and its extent allocation of business rules 1961. Criticism reasons for withdrawal. Spoiling the gene pool of native animals. Activists say that this will open floodgates for unregulated large-scale import and export of animal and so spoil the gene pool of native animals. Disease risk. A large number of native animals are being exported to climates that are not conducive to them. This bill enacted may also increase the disease risk of those animals. Fine. Promotion of cruelty on animal rights organization have said that the draft bill will open a Pandora box for cruelty on animals. In 2023, okay, so 2023, India exported $5.1 million worth live animals, the bulk of which are sheep and goats. Okay, most Okay, most of these animals are exported during festivals to Asian countries. It is an important subsector of agriculture in the Indian economy. It grew at a compound annual growth rate of 8.15% during the 2014-2015 to 2019-2020 at constant price. Livestock play an important role in the Indian economy. About 20.5 billion people depend upon livestock for their livelihood. Livestock contributed 16% of the income of small farm household. as against an average of 13% of all rural household. Dairy is the single largest agri commodity in India. It contributes 5% to the national economy and employ 80 million dairy farmers directly. Then the Global Gender Gap Index. So recently, World Economic Forum released its annual Gender Gap Report 2023 about the Global Gender Gap Index. The Global Gender Gap Index annually benchmarks the current state and evolution of gender parity across four key dimensions: economic participation and opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, and political empowerment. It is the longest standing index tracking the progress of numerous countries' efforts towards closing these gaps over time since its inception in 2006. The goal of the report is to offer a consistent annual metric for the assessment of progress over time. The index and the analysis focus on benchmarking parity between women and men across countries and regions. Major highlights of 2023 report: global scenario. The global gender gap score in 2023 for all 146 countries included in this editorial edition stands at 68.4% closed. According to the index, no country has yet achieved full gender parity, although the top nine countries: Iceland, Norway, Finland, New Zealand, Sweden, Germany, Nicaragua, Namibia, and Lithuania have closed at least 80% of the gap. The position in India. Okay, so okay, so India was ranked 127 out of 146 countries in terms of gender parity, an improvement of 8 places from 2022. India is ranked 135 in the report in 2022 edition. The country has attained parity in enrollment across all levels of education. India has closed 46.3% overall gender gap. That means improving the situation. However, the it will underline that India has reached only 36.7% parity in economic participation and opportunities. In India, while there has been an uptick in the parity in wage and income, the share of women in senior position and technical role and has dropped significantly in the last edition. On political empowerment, India has registered 20.3% parity, with women representing 15.1% of the parliamentarians, the highest for the country since the inaugural report in 2006. For India, the 1.9 percent point improvement in the sex ratio at birth has driven up parity more than a decade of slow progress. Then the next topic, the Kalsa Banduri project. The Kalsa Banduri project in Karnataka is struck again. Okay, this is about the project. Okay, so between Karnataka. Okay, this is project. This one. The Kalsa Bandri project aims to divert water from Mahadev to satisfy the drinking water needs of the Belagavi, Dharwar, uh, Bagalkot, and Gadag district in Karnataka. As per the plan, barrages are to be built on Kalas and Banduri streams, tributary of the Mahadev, and water diverted towards Karnataka West districts. So the project was first proposed in the early 1980s. It has remained on paper owing to a dispute between Karnataka, Goa, and Maharashtra. Issue: the impact of such development projects are adverse, especially when it comes to natural resources and the need to share them between different states and territories. Goa and Maharashtra government issue a joint statement saying that they will put up an united fight against Karnataka in connection with the water diversion project. If Karnataka divert the water, with Goa and Maharashtra will oppose it. The tribunal action in November 2010, The UPA government and the center had set up the tribunal to settle dispute with the Karnataka, Goa and Maharashtra. In 2018, the tribunal awarded 13.42 TMC of water from Mahadev River basin to Karnataka, 1.33 TMC to Maharashtra and 24 TMC to Goa. The same was notified by the Union government February 2020. The revised proposal, the Karnataka government submitted a revised proposal to the National Wildlife Board and the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. In connection with the Mahadev Project, the government sought permission to divert 26.92 hectare of forest land for non-forest workers. Conclusion: transboundary water agreement must be sufficiently robust to address rising environmental and climatic factors as well as changes in the society and population. Proper planning, growth, and management are essential to meet the current and future water needs and to respond to possible water shortage. Anna Bhagya scheme. Okay, the Anna Bhagya scheme, the central program lunch. Okay. In context, the ruling Congress and the opposition BJP hit the strength of the Bengaluru holding demonstrations over the implementation of the farmers' full promise, mainly the Anna Bhagya scheme. About the Anna Bhagya scheme, under the Anna Bhagya scheme, Karnataka plans to enhance free rice given to person in the BPL category from the current 5 kg to 10 kg. The total supply of 10 kg estimated to cost that secure 480 crore monthly and 10,092 crore annually. Challenges in implementation: the Karnataka government is facing an uphill battle in implementing the Annabhagya scheme owing to unavailability of the required amount of rice after the Food Corporation of India stopped the sale of rice to state government. Further outlook: now the Punjab government has come forward to supply the rice to other states, especially Karnataka. Okay. And Index X, the India and the US are exploring the possibility of co-producing jet engines, long-range artillery, and infantry vehicles with the upcoming launch of the Index X. Okay, so during the recent visit of the Prime Minister of India to USA, it is a major upcoming initiative, another initiative, the Critical Emerging Technology ICT, with the aim to promote partnership and collaboration between the defense innovation ecosystem of both the countries. India and United States defense acceleration ecosystem Indus X was launched at an event in Washington DC in 2023, in 21st June 2023. Indus X distributed movement proved quite decisive. The salt tax was concrete and in 3 is correct. Thank you for watching. Keep watching every day. Update yourself on the latest development. Thank you.